Let's see, is everything running well? Yes, apparently that's correct. Hello, blended folks, welcome and welcome back to epistemic-gnomes. Welcome, Master Smith. So, apparently very cold out there. That's Fahrenheit. I don't know how to translate, but it was not. It's 16°C. This is, yeah, cool. Cool temperature. It depends on the other aspects of the weather, of course. So here we're gonna start out the hand topology and the foot topology, and I have some little things here, but maybe it's not sufficient. Yeah, those are old collections, so unfortunately here we might be missing some good ideas. So I want to make it different from this character. What do we have here? Basically we have this same idea here for the you see that the limbs. So this is the same topology structure, although we don't have this, so we could benefit of this, but maybe I'll be using this for the fingers. For the thumb, sort of works, but it's a bit confusing. So you see this, especially here, start to get too messy if we want to keep this structure. It's too low poly, so it might not work very well. So I think we should benefit from having this and here. So no, is this a joint? No, this is not a joint. The joint is here, so there's two joints. So this is the fingertip. It's like no, this is the phalanx, the distal phalanx, and this is the proximal phalanx, and here is the metacarpal for the thumb. So it's different. The hand has metacarpal. For the other fingers we have proximal, median phalanx, and then distal phalanx. Okay, the thumb is different, super weird structure. So here we go. We going to start with the foot. Maybe no, let's start with the hand. So oh yeah, I haven't finished there. So you have the knuckles here, which will have this mapping. This doesn't need to be doing this loop all around, but if we can, it's not too bad. The problem of that is that, of course, if we want just to smooth that, we need to do something like that. So this is annoying. So this is why a reason to be careful about certain face loops. Another thing, yeah, then we have this one. Okay, this is not too bad. What does this do? Okay, this is okay. So we're gonna keep the idea of 4 faces, although this is not exactly what I did for the rest of the limbs. So if I could make these hexagonal faces. That would be more, yeah, that would be more consistent with the rest of the body actually. So this might make some things easier to develop. The question is where to make the hexagon. Probably on the top and at the bottom. So then it means that we can shape those things in different ways. We can have a few more geometry there to support a good looking hand. So I think this is anatomically accurate, and it would not be very far from what I'm trying to achieve. It will still be low poly, just a little more developed. Yeah, so I think that will be good. So we can check here again the reference. Let's see what we can achieve here. So it's a slightly more mesh density. It will be possible to have more better face loops for both anatomic features of the hand and fingers, right? And also for rigging. So it will be, yeah, the counterpart is that it's more vertex to work with, to wave paint, to all that, but to deal with, but at the same time I think it will be more beneficial. So you see here, apparently here we have octagonal fingers. Let's see some joints here. I don't like these face loops here for the knuckles. They seem good at first glance, but then they are too stiff. They don't flow with the rest. So it's sort of primordial thing, right? I also think this for the joints here are too simplistic. We can do better. We have better. The idea of the nails being connected or not, I've been doing them disconnected, but we can make them connected with some. Here I'm not really sure if they are connected, but we can do. You see, there's this bone structure. We have a mesh topology. Here's this peculiar to this. This is interesting. So this bone has a. Let's see here what we have. Yeah, so let's see, we can have something like this one is important. It doesn't need to be like that though. Here around the thumb, so this is very important. Here's I was suffering to get some on my low poly hand, some better shapes here. All the rest seems very regular geometry. It could be better. Yeah, so this is here we don't see clearly what's going on, so this is not a good example for. And then these stuff are basic, so not very interesting. And here the knuckle, you see all this basic stuff. Here you get a glimpse on the nail. Let's get this idea here. Basically, it's like we have an inset faces. Yeah, some inset faces, then they level up and then they protrude there. That seems. Yeah, I think I'm gonna attempt that. Yeah, if this character will have nails, right? Yeah, she can have nails. Why not? The necromancer, she can have actually pointy, sharp nails. Actually, yeah, like this one. What we have here? Yeah, there's very weird loops here. Not sure this will be good for the knuckles. Actually. It gives this structure, maybe it gives some structure there, which seems nice. But I tried something like that and I wasn't very satisfied, so maybe it's not that good. But this is interesting. You see, they have this overlapping loops here, so this is good stuff. We can achieve this overlapping in other ears. Don't need or regions. Don't need to be here. Let's see for the. Okay, this one is actually nice. I like this one. So we have these ones. Okay, here you see, of course this is a hand with 5 fingers. The hand of my character is different, so I got this wavy stuff that crosses. So you see the diamond quad there, which connects them. So this is I think I have this. Yeah, I have this in my head, but maybe not exactly here. Okay, this is good. We can technically, I believe we could have something like this around here, and then something around all this palm here. Yeah, then let's see for the thumb. There's some interesting geometry here, but there seems a place where the joint collapses there. But it's very hard to see. Yeah, this can be an interesting solution for a joint, but not sure this is very consistent. It's a different approach than what I'm doing there. It's like already collapsed geometry, so it's like probably a lot of clipping we'll be doing there if we exaggerate. This is interesting. Let's see another thing. So this is very low, but okay, so here we got hexagonal shapes, and these fingers, they are actually not the way I was conceiving. So this is interesting because it's very good for the shapes apparently. Yeah, it seems very good for the shapes, this. Yeah, good fingers. Maybe I can do this. I like it's like very artistic, right? Here we got, okay, more this doesn't look very well. Very good. Yeah, why do I even have this one? So here we got some ideas here, and then the other. Oh yeah, there's the idea again. Here we got clearly this face loop. We're gonna get this, and here for the knuckles, basic stuff here, but yeah, very basic stuff. We can do better. So here it's interesting. We got some sort of there's a end gun here. Okay, so let's see. Wash my hands. My peripherals and 1 cup of coffee down. It's now time to lock in twab. What is twab? Yeah, so apparently we got a lot of developments to do in the. Are you creating a 3D character from scratch? Good luck with your stream. Yeah, thanks. So good luck in your sculpting. Hope you get the proper performance. Yeah, this one stream will be sort of shorter because I have a meeting right after. Okay, so we're gonna continue here. So we're exploring this. Okay, let's start with the hexagonal thing. The first thing we're gonna, since it's hexagonal. Yeah, we're gonna start cutting here. Oh, actually it's on the side. Alright, it's on the side. Okay, so we're gonna take advantage of this. So it will still be wrong regarding the pattern, because you see it's in the knuckle will be the where it subdivides in the middle. The knuckles, they are on the top, and then so this is like we are cutting from the sides, so it's inverted, right? But we can apparently this will offer good results anatomic wise, even for a stylized character, so I think I will maintain that. Let's see what we can achieve here then. So yeah, so the shapes here are very basic, so not too much things to do right now. I'm gonna build the topology from this setup. Yeah, I can already isolate this. We can bring up this other reference here, so we can make this thing a little faster. Yeah. Okay, so probably the best thing here would be to start cutting. I can slice those things and then actually no, not like this. We're gonna maybe, yeah, I'm gonna hide this, and then we're gonna cut here. Then we're gonna slice these ones. I hope this will work. There are many ways to achieve this, right? So no, this is not sliced correctly. Oh yeah, so a lot of mistakes here. So no, not like that. Let's yeah, here I'm struggling with this piece of thing. So yeah, so they are here. We can, why this didn't sliced properly? There's some vertices, right? So L, merge by distance. No, I think this is like this because of this. Yeah, so I'm gonna slice here. Oh, now this is working. The invisible face was not helping. So here we're gonna start to build those fingers here. We need to close this one. So right now we don't have the topology for that part in the middle, so this will be fundamental. We can probably Okay, so this is just pain. So why it doesn't want to rip? Okay, so I don't want to lose this because they have good they already have an okay positioning. So we're gonna connect this and this, then we're gonna we're gonna cut this J. Okay, so I got the first fingers. Maybe I can, yeah. Okay, let's we're gonna delete this once and gonna okay, this one is fine. What we can do with this, so probably we need, let's subdivide this GG, subdivide here, no, not like this, subdivide twice, move this here, there. Okay, then we start to make the connections here. And we're gonna, yeah, cut here, merge at last, merge at last, merge at last. Okay, so this is very basal. The nail, okay, no, this is just a detail. So we want to do this again for the other parts. Here we can probably merge these ones, merge these ones. So we copy this, Shift D. The problem is that it yeah, so probably I need to Shift D and then V. No, yeah, it gets so it can't do this, unfortunately. So alright, we're gonna then just extrude here. I can merge here. Extrude along Z-axis. Yeah, I have to solve this after. FF, there we go. The shapes will do okay, so we are doing topology. This is why this the shapes don't really don't matter totally at this point. This is connected only. Yeah, this is painful. We need this thing. At this point, it's better to have bulky fingers than not. So you can better assess the mesh. Okay, and probably can also change these materials. We can get white here. Okay, so for the yeah, we're gonna make the basal subdivisions here, and we're going to bevel this. We're going to make the same technique. Ah, this is different. This crosses the whole limb. Won't be able to cross here because these things are on the side, so we can still, yeah, we can still do this. I think this is feasible. So the knuckles will be like protruding from here, so nothing special about this. But then here we're gonna, on the back, we're gonna dissolve this. This part is a bit tricky, so we need to, yeah, we can, oh yeah, there's all around, so this is, I remember, this is a little time consuming, so we're gonna hold Shift Control X. So you need to cut. Yeah, I shouldn't have gone industrial. So it's like but at least we got the mirror modifier, so it's just one side. And so I'm not sure how this will work or not work for the collapsing, because, well, the idea is that this face will collapse. So because this is not going at the top, we have more geometry here. That means that, okay, this part will not collapse too much, but the bottom part will. So maybe this is actually reliable for good deforms. I think this is interesting. So maybe this can work even better than what I had previously. We'll have to find this out in the wave painting part, which will not be today. So there's a chance that this is actually a good method, and I think I have already experimented slightly with this kind of thing for the knee region. Maybe I had more, imagine this is the side of the leg, then we had this spacing here between the triangle and the tree and the knee. So here we can, okay, so of course this is horrible, but we can, for now, we can try to smooth this out. Yeah, so this is good stuff here, good advantage. We don't have a topology for these knuckles, but actually we can build on top of that. Actually I'm gonna try to, I cannot select this thing, unfortunately. But we can select this thing. Okay, so this is a good face loop. Actually we can smooth this out. You see this? Yeah, this is very good. So you see the hexagon thing is actually helpful. So here we can start building this. We could use this, I'm not sure here. Let's try to inset this. Is it? It doesn't seem very useful. In principle, we'll just need to do this for these top ones. If this is not necessary, but we can do this. So it's like, we can reinforce the knuckles from this kind of setup, and that means that this can be nice. Not sure it will be great, but yeah, we can do this. So here also we probably can improve for the joints. yeah, we're gonna improve the joints. Yeah, there's way more topology than, no, way more geometry than the original hand, but this will be like also the much better good looking. Hopefully it will still be difficult, but it should be nice. Then we're gonna try this of course right now the fingers, they look very weird cartoony wise, but they're not too far from what the body of the character is, right? So it's funny, but it's certainly we need to improve this in many ways. So here the inset here, right? Let's see, there's inset, and what we can do about this thing, maybe something like this. I'm concerned about this mesh here. That is too big. We're picking the wrong joint, so I'm trying to, so maybe it's not a great idea. We're gonna have to make perhaps this other face loop, or maybe we can try to get some cheating here. So now with this, who cares about the, right, this part doesn't deform, right? It's just the tip, so that should be, doesn't deform too much. So here we can probably play with this, and we can then try to move this up. Then this is where I'm not sure how we're gonna bring this, but yeah, of course this is not working, so we need to, maybe we can, so it's a connected mesh, but we have some issues here with the subdivision surface modifier. Maybe this works. Oh yeah, this is the original. See, it's a different mesh. Here it's connected, so I think this, and of course we can use some edge creases. There are many ways to handle this. So for example, to start with this, we could do this. We could I'm concerned about that part, of course. Let's see. Control E, mark sharp. Let's see. Except for that part here, which gets messed up. So here we could get something rounded. Let's get this thing again. Let's give I don't know, 0.5. It's super weird here, right? So yeah, so maybe here we take off this clear sharp. Not sure this is working. Of course, right now it doesn't have a this is not too bad. Yeah, it doesn't have a specific material, so that seems to be usable. Except for, yeah, for it looks like a toe right now, so of course it's need to make lots of adjustments. This one we need to reduce shift E negative 0.1, shift E negative 0.1, shift E negative 1. Okay, taking off the creases, but it's not helping. 0.7. No. 1. No. Okay, so maybe these ones are destroying the... Okay, so I don't know. That's annoying. So maybe it's the sharpness. It's probably not the sharp. Yeah, so something about the... I need perhaps a subdivision here. I just don't have. Okay, so this seems to be workable. This on the joint that deforms here, this trigon, maybe it's not too horrible. Yeah, connecting mesh can be very tricky. Okay, we gonna do this again for... There could be others better strategies. I need to keep checking, but for now this will work, right? So apparently. The hardest part for the hand, I think, is the area between the fingers. This part here is super critical, and the region, the region of the thumb, the metacarpal, and the proximal phalanx of the thumb, and how it connects to the palm. Yeah, so basically this is the hardest. For me, this usually is the hardest part. And yeah, something like, yeah, this not the dorsal of the hand usually is okay, but this part here and can be very tricky as well. So with a few more geometry here, mesh topology, I think. So here we're gonna already make this and this, because I know that this works for the loops that we are looking for. So we can work here with some sort of very weird quad thing. I don't remember right now how it is. It loops around. Yeah, it has something. Okay, they sort of cross themselves, I see. So it's like this. From bottom and top is the same structure. So this will go here, and this will go here. So it go there. So here we connect this. We can already make these connections. Gonna do the same here. I have already that. Okay, and so here we have one very good to face loop to smooth out, and we have this one and this one. Okay, then we can So I have to make 3 clicks in order to select everything. I think that's okay, that's fair. We got great face loop here, so here we could probably make another subdivision here, but it's not allowed. We need to complete this. Here we could collapse, try to collapse something, but because of the metacarpal of the fingers, it might be good to maintain some subdivision across the hand, the dorsal of the hand, so we have more geometry to play with to make slightly more realistic deforms here. So this is actually not a bad idea, to not trying to collapse them, but here at the end we can try to collapse, yes, like here. Yeah, because these things is more about here. As this start to reach here, it gets less and less important, so I could try to collapse these things. Yeah, not for now. Here we check here what's happening. Oh, okay, so we have some interruptions here because of this trigon. This is normal, but here what is happening? We got some interference because of what we did to the nails. Okay, this is not, that's acceptable for now, but yeah, we could just cut this differently, but this is also usable. This I'll revise later, so let's continue doing this stuff. It's very simple. I think it's just an inset here. Then what you have is to make, well, you have an n-gon there, but this n-gon is on purpose. Probably won't kill the project. Yeah, we're starting to have some weird shapes here. Hold on, what's going on? GX scale, GX scale, 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 GG, GG. Let's try to already paint this stuff. Yes. And then we need to give them, where's the, if I'm not wrong, are we using edge crease here? Yeah, we are using, but I don't remember what it is. Okay, we have 0.5 here. Can probably use here too. What is this one? 0.5. Okay. I think we have some sharpness in other parts. What will be? Let's turn off just the sharp here, so it's just that. Okay. Very simple. Mark sharp. GX, GX, and here we don't seem to be getting smooth shape here for some whichever reason. It's the subdivision, right? So maybe I need to shift E 0.3. No, shift E is 1. Okay, 1, like larger crease is better. It's more rounded. Not so rounded, it's sharp, but it improves the shape, so I think we can sustain that here. So it's what? It is the edge crease of 0.5, and here, yeah, so you can get all thing here. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . I think this will work. What's happening there? Okay, that seems to be usable. This hand is like, okay, it's just a fat hand. It's just too funny, the idea of the cartoon, but the necromancer, of course it will not be like that, but we can use this as an inspiration for what it will become later. So the thumb, yeah, we can try to make the thumb here. All this with we can improve easy with somewhat easy with the sculpting tools or just the proportional editing. So this, it doesn't matter if the geometry is not exactly in the right place here. So I think I'm gonna try to get, so this is the the joint. So this is one of them, and we're gonna bevel these two. So we're gonna already make this this part here. So I'm gonna prepare those face loops here. We need to make the thumb is different. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Well, it depends. We probably want to twist it. Yeah, we want to twist this thing because it's the thumb, so we need some. It's strange it's not twisting properly. Maybe we need to expand this selection. Yes. Okay, so what I want is that this thing will be facing like, if you check, the thumb is like lateralized, somewhat like here, not that much, just a little. I didn't take that into account apparently. Okay, so something like this, and we can also rotate a little more. Yeah, this should do. It is somewhat straight, that is okay. Then we can build, so here will be so it's just as the other fingers, the structure is the same. Here is where I need the subdivision here, yes. Then the inside, where we got the collapsing thing, right? Where is it? Wait. It's collapse below. Okay, so of course I was confused here for a moment. So I need this. So this is collapsing faces. Accidentally just merge these two. Okay, so here will be a bit weird for now because we need to readapt. We need the metacarpal. Yeah, set the metacarpal, which I'm doing it differently because the metacarpal, we cannot treat it like this knuckles here of the joints. We can, but it's ugly. It will be very weird because it starts to connect with the hand. So I want to do something different here, something more elaborated and more adaptive to this region, which needs to be very supple. So here we got yeah, we're gonna change this material here. I'm gonna paint it white. Okay, already we can pick this and this and yeah, this one. So we're gonna turn them into the knuckle regions, I think. At first glance I thought this will be behind, right? But no, they are, this here tell me they are not behind. They are more like about here on a relaxed pose. Okay, then for this we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna cut here, here and here. Then we're gonna inset face here. We're gonna cut trigon here. Gonna push this here, no, with less than this. Then we're gonna push this forward. Move this up. Scale individuals, scale. I'm gonna get all this thing here. Edge crease 0.5. Yes, and then here sharp, mark sharp, there you go. And color, material, red for now. Super, it's like the Garfield hand. Okay, so we gonna get what else here? Yes, so now we are yeah, so now a lot of trouble here. We're gonna try to this region, right? So we have this metacarpal. Where is the joint here? So anatomically is more or less where my cursor is, but it will be more like here. It's like there are many joints actually to take into account. Yeah, it's about this, indeed. It's about here. And we can shape it differently. So, we need to find a way to... First, I could consider making mesh topology for this region, like as we saw here in some atomic... Okay, let's see, we got many good stuff here too. But what I'm looking for actually is for this bony structure here. We don't see... Okay, interesting collapsing geometry here. This, I think we can use this on the top. Yeah, very simple stuff. Why haven't I thought this? Okay, we can use here this collapsing stuff. Where is... Okay, we can use maybe this bulging thing here, and the outer side doesn't... We could consider something like this in here, but maybe it's not too smart. So this thing would be like... We don't have geometry here, but we could consider like... Right, why not, right? We could consider something... Maybe I've exaggerated here in the wrong place, but we could consider something like this. And try to push this backward, because I don't have a face loop here, so this is why. But this can cause some trouble with the rigging this joint, so it's complicated. If it works, it will... Yeah, this is exactly in the joint, so this is very... Also because it is probably some sort of joint region, so... I'm not sure this is a good idea. It's but it makes it sort of makes sense. So where's the... Why I don't have the... Okay, here. Okay, so you can try to smooth this out. The good thing is that it really fits the positioning, so it's kind of GX, no, not like that, GX. Here is where we could try to collapse this, so like diamond, like when they collapse here towards the... Here probably nothing will happen, but here we're gonna get these three faces here, what we can do with them. Yeah, something like this. No, it's not like this. Yeah, actually it's something like this. But we don't have this, so it will be like... Okay, maybe I do this. It's not optimal. This triangle here could be dangerous, so this is where we can... Okay, so you have this thing. We probably would require more subdivision here. And also these faces here, they are not... Okay, this might be appealing. This could work. Here we got some problem. Okay, this is kind of simple. A bit dangerous though. We don't have much space here to play with. Okay, let's try to shape this area here, which is of the thumb, which is super important. So basically you're gonna start crossing some loops here. So basically gonna try to loop around here the thumb. Yeah, we see where we need to meet here. So here will be some sort of one of these fundamental phase loops. So merge at last. Let's try to make the connections here. Probably need yeah, this face is too big. We'll probably need to make some sort of development here. And here if we, yeah, we'll probably end up with something weird here. So we need to, this face is too big, right? So and we don't have where to go there, right, from the top. So we need to find out the way to handle this. Probably you can try to collapse here maybe, or actually there's a way we can, like if I have this thing going on, we can probably try to do this thing, and then from here, which here we don't know what will happen, but here we can cut here and then try to, yeah, for example, I have some quad in some way that I need to decide. So possibly you can do this and then cut here and start to loop, I don't know where. Okay, so here we want actually this one to be V, want this to connect here. Get this one. Is trying to run, yeah, here need to connect, cut here, and here we can cut here. I don't know where this goes, but let's just do something here for now. And here we got a very decisive face loop. Then we have this face loop, which doesn't have already, again, this other problem here. So to solve that, again, I'm gonna try to attempt this same technique here. You see I have a subdivision here that, yeah, well, tricky. So where do I try to collapse this? Wherever I look it looks bad, so alright, so maybe we can try to connect this, yes, so V. Not that this needs to be looping, but it's kind of looks nice, yeah. Sounds reasonable. delete this face. We're gonna try to reconnect this stuff here. Yeah, no, this will require more developments. Oh yeah, we don't have these loops are, oh yeah, they are working, but there are other ways to achieve this. I don't have knuckles here, and this is bad, so I don't know, I don't remember how they will be built here. Probably something like this, starting from this, or maybe ignoring this. So let's try this one. The knuckles usually are quite retracted. This doesn't look good. We need some sort of distinction here. How the... Oh yeah, these knuckles are very further away from, or okay, this is one problem. This one, all right, so it's not what I thought, but here we got in relation to these loops, the knuckles go beyond, right? They are not in side by side with those quads, they go beyond, right? So I have to look at some examples here. They are side by side. They in here they merge in the sides here. And here we could use, this is interesting because we have these bumps here. I think this is very elegant. So this means I need to push the quad to some face loops be more to the back of the hand. Yeah. So here we see we got this, and oh, interesting. This thing is not doing exactly what I was trying to do. It's going actually. Okay, so you see, and there's no loop here. I think this is nice place to have one loop, but we're gonna address this thing now. So we're gonna maybe this was okay. We see the shape here and where the triangle should be. It's not this, right? Or is it that's side? Okay, I visualized. No, I didn't visualize. Oh yeah, because there's a subdivision in the center. This is confusing. Okay, so this one, so we don't have the subdivision in the center, but we are getting this one in parallel. So actually it's like that. Yeah, we can do this monstrosity. It's not a monstrosity, it's just different. So because I don't have a central one like this, we can probably do this. But here, if this should be going here, it's another question. Yeah, this this will be sort of deadly. Probably we need to continue doing this, not here. So I have a problem here. I'm gonna try to undo these ones here. Try to build them differently. Already a lot of geometry, right? So this is annoying. So here these face loops, they are not it's not what we want here. It's like a set of coffins. So no, we don't I've decided not to get these knuckles into here because I think this will make this thing way too complicated here. So I hope this was not a bad idea. So here we gonna try to I'm gonna dissolve a lot of stuff here. I'm getting the wrong thing here. Merge at last. Okay. Okay, so we need to start to okay, we see how this thing is going, right? They are working nicely, although still uncompleted. This one doesn't, these ones don't get selected, that's fine. So this in the corners, GX, let's try to expand this a little. Yeah, that seems nice. Then what is, if this is the knuckle, then why it is so big, right? It's doesn't seem to be. Yeah, I need to probably need the face loops going back. Yeah, we need these strong face loops. And so there's this diamond quad, so maybe we'll have to stick with this idea. Let's check other things. I already tried this, I don't like. And I already tried this also, I didn't like, but I think this is better. And here we're gonna do this one. Let's check another one. Here this is very low poly. This could work if we... Yeah, but we're doing something way more complicated, right? And there's a lot of trigons here, so it's not necessarily what we want, but the shapes are still very inspiring. This is interesting. Yeah, so but we're gonna dump that, have another proposal there. Here this is also, this is not better than the other that loops are all around. I think it's cooler. Here this would be like a crease, but this end gone there definitely. Yeah, so This thing is something I need to investigate further, this kind of feature. Okay, so we have this one to get through. So basically big loops here, so not subdivision in the center, but still big loops there. So we need to like probably bevel this, and then we wait. Yeah, they go side by side and they got joined by a quad, a diamond quad, which could be about there. Yeah, I think about there. So we are gonna, I don't have a good face loop, so this maybe start here, and yeah, and I'll just try to pull this back for the adequate positioning. So here we're gonna try to create these loops. Yeah, this is just boring. Merge at last, merge at last, merge at last. So here we go for no, something went wrong. Yeah, merge at last. So you got the diamond quad here. Well, yeah, it is a diamond quad. So and we need to do the same here, and we need to expand this one. How this ends, this one is different, so the side, it just goes with whichever thing. Yeah, it dies off in something else, so it doesn't, we will have to find somewhere to get it yeah, possibly we have there's this diamond quad is strange because there's a chessboard. Okay, big faces. Okay, it just deletes the face, right? So I already see what's happening here. This now time's up. I just have like 10 minutes to try to complete this. So basically what we have here is, let's try to make a loop cut here to just to get this thing organized, because I don't want to mix up destroy what I had before. I need to further investigate how we're gonna solve the rest. But here we're gonna merge at last, merge at last, merge at last. Is this correct? No, merge at last. There we go. So this seems to be inaccurate. This usually goes like this. Yes. So here we get this face loop. This, you see, this is going all the loop around. Very nice. So we need also here, we're gonna loop cut here, and here we need to decide what to do with this. So probably here we can try to collapse this into like this. Yeah, like, and we're gonna do the same here because we can. Yeah, this is like very alright, and this could be nice for some features, anatomic features, but it will be very hard to do this without some adjustments here of this geometry here. We need to do a lot of fixes here, smoothing, a lot of stuff here that are very inaccurate, but we can sync some. Yeah, this dual mesh here, they are probably dual phase here, they are probably gonna sync naturally when we smooth everything, or just when we smooth them alone, right? I need to be careful about the overall shapes, right? It can be difficult to edit this stuff. So here we got this, we're gonna go red, and that seems nice. You see, this is, I think it should go backwards a bit more. We have this face loop, but we can try to collapse them by, right? We don't need to keep this stuff if it's not doing well. We can try to, you can bring this here. So now this doesn't need to be here anymore, right? So we can, yeah, possibly we can push all this back. Let's include this GX. GG. So here I'm not sure about this. I think we can try this. That seems to work. Here we will need something to handle all this, right? So don't have the, we could try something like this. Yeah, this is very, this seems quite accurate. What about this end gun here? So you almost got it, but we have an end gun here. So we have this structure. Okay, this seems to be a good face loop. Yeah, so this is very, very clean. This probably won't cause too much trouble in the with the rigging if the geometry is in a good positioning to start it. Then we have this terrible trigon here. This could work, but I think we can do better. What if I, so there's this, okay, this is a wrong, it's a face that wasn't developed yet, so possibly you can try to just collapse those things. Sounds plausible, so make some expansion here of these faces. I think this is very feasible. Yeah, we might not, there's a subdivision surface modifier, so we might be able to survive with this thing. We can make some extra developments here too with some like inset. If I find where is the metacarpal, like could be about here, so it's a bit tricky. I wish it would be about here, but I think it would make more sense if it's here. So like we could do something like here, right? Very crazy, and smooth this out, and so maybe this could work for right, this will sync this thing. Yeah, this sounds interesting, although it's not totally aligned with the thumb, but it's still, it couldn't be aligned, right? But this can prove good. I think that's, of course we're not gonna see these effects here, right? We would see this. So see the the knuckles there. Okay, so there are a lot of things to still develop here, but we got the geometry, right, is very crude yet for the fingers themselves, but for the hand there it's sort of set. We could have some sort of subdivision here, right? I don't know where this is going. Let's see. Not sure this is reliable, but we must consider it's a free given face loop here, and doesn't seem to break anything. It's just extra. This sounds feasible. Yeah, I think it's feasible, but maybe there would be a better way for this. This knuckle here, this will be yeah, this part will be tricky. I still need to investigate how to develop this. So could this be sufficient? So I could play with this. What if we... This will be crazy, but yeah, who knows, right? Maybe this is not something like that. We're gonna explore here about this. Anything that could shape this. Yeah, this, you know what, this is very intriguing. No, not this. Let's see, does this generate... Yeah, this generate n gun, right? And this will be very wild, right? Even though accurate in some way, but yeah, the idea will be to... I'm not sure if this is the correct thing, but we could try this. That'll be slightly safer. Then let's also smooth this out. We are missing some shapes here. Oh yeah, so you need to push this thing further away, so this will be tricky to do in this. We'll have to destroy this one probably, this, and now I have to rebuild this, like yeah, like very like here. So we're gonna cut here, we're gonna get this and this and dissolve this and dissolve this and cut all this and cut all this and all through here plus this. And so now we got, now I got the card. Now I got these loops, and then of course this dies off here. We need to do something about these ones which are left. In some I need to go. It's over, time's up. I just want to try to finish this one. Yeah, so it continues there, it continues the other way, so we don't have the enough. Yeah, I would just like to do here. Already give the intention, so I want something like here. Yeah, I want something like here. And of course we can connect this. Yeah, we can loop around this one. So here what we do here, this, maybe we can try to make this sync. This moves up, so here possibly we can try this. We are, oh, this is in the side already, okay, but it's not doing the proper thing there, so probably it's more like I need to bevel this to get the topology. So red, and then we need to we could connect this mesh but it doesn't sometimes it doesn't reposition the syncing where we want. So this is why I'm gonna make this different attempt here. And here we need to, we have to do something about this. And so here this will go in this way. So should we have something here? Probably we need something else here. Like, I mean, this shouldn't be glue like that. We should have some other way to make the connections here. So like this, maybe have something like this, and seem that we are missing some stuff on the top. This we need to start to bring it there. So maybe here we could already merge this here, and because I'm starting to get the feeling that I have too many faces already, or maybe no, maybe this is too little now. And then this, where does it go? I would like this to be. This is an interesting thing, but this is not super important. So the problem is that so I'm gonna try to do this here. I can't do that, so this positioning here, merge at center, merge at center. Center. Okay, this is more interesting, although then here we're gonna we need this cut here. There's no way. We need to make this rounder. This is looping too wildly. Smooth tool. Then we got this thing. Okay, this one. This giga face is gonna cause a lot of problems, so maybe we can try to. So here is where maybe we don't need this, but it's just for the sake of organization. It helps seeing what we can achieve here. So let's delete this face, try to connect this here. Where does it go? It goes all the way, so very interesting. Okay, that seems fine. Then I have this. Okay, this is actually very looks smart, but if that will work as best as possible for rigging, this will be another question. Here we don't have a good loop here. What do I do with this? Sadly here we are. Extra loose face. Might have to okay, maybe we split here. This goes here, and this actually will be connecting here. Delete this face, then and so we have pushed the problem elsewhere. And here we there's some trigon here, that trigon face. Interesting. So now this goes in another direction, right? Yes, yes. Okay, this diagonal thing, maybe it's not too bad. It's sort of creates some problems there, but we can probably play a little with this geometry and get it in good shape. Yeah, so this probably is usable. Okay, then here this is just the connecting part, so this is least important because probably we can make this in many ways that will work. Just this remains, yeah, the other side here remains unconnected. Let's see. And here too, yeah, we don't have ideal connections here, so this could be, it's plausible, but it's annoying. So let's reconnect this, do this, merge at center, then here there is just what to do with this. Yeah, so here we end up with some weird faces, but the end is topologized, so I will revise this if there's other things, usually adding some more slightly more geometry, sometimes the inverse, but it's almost achieved. The fit will be easier, but here I got to stop, folks. So thanks for watching. Hope that was interesting somehow. So take care, happy blendering. See you tomorrow or any other day of the weeks, except Sundays I'm trying to do live stream about this time. See ya, folks. Thanks for watching and happy blendering.